Hi, Nick Nellis here, and I'm going to be talking about the Big Block 47 series machine on operation and how it operates. This is your pressure regulator. The machine comes set at 500 psi when it leaves here. When you get it, if you want less psi, you turn it to the left, which is counterclockwise. If you want more psi, you turn it right, which is clockwise. You have a little retainer nut here. After you get it set where you want it, you close the retainer nut. This is a sensor that shuts off the machine if it senses no water pressure coming into the water pump from the garden hose or transfer pump from a fresh tank. When running this machine, you need to make sure that these ball valves, one of them is always open or they're both open. If they're both closed, you can damage the engine. So always have one of them open. When cleaning carpet, it is best to have, with running a single one, this one 100% open and this one about 90% open or closed. This will help regulate the temperature in the heat exchanger and keep your water temperature around 200 degrees to 220 degrees. This is your pressure gauge. When you turn this right or left, you'll see the needle move up or down. This is your vacuum gauge. When cleaning carpet, it'll be set around 15 inches of lift. This is your hour meter and RPM meter. For registering RPMs, you push that, then it says RPM to see how many hours you have on the machine. You push it and it'll show you how many hours you have. This is your chemical meter. This meter is set. If you want to meter chemical through the machine, you can. You pull the trigger and you set it here. The little ball valve will come up, and I like to run it around between 1 and 2. These are your quick connects. These are what you hook to your wand that go into the house or wherever you're cleaning. To start the machine, this bypasses the low pressure switch. So you'll choke, come up here, you'll choke your engine, you'll turn the key and you'll press that. The machine will start and you unchoke it and let go and you're good. This is your pump clutch. This is on for the pump clutch being on, so you have water pressure. This is off for when you aren't going to run your pump. This is your thermostat switch. This will open and close your DEMA valve, which helps regulate the water temperature in the heat exchanger also. You can set it at 248 degrees or a little lower if you like it 200. These are your ball valves. We refer to this one as ball valve number 3 and this one ball valve number 4. When cleaning carpets, we like it set with ball valve number 3 open, where it's always bypassing a little bit water back to what it's hooked up to. And when you come out of cleaning, you open this one up and it takes all the hot water out of the heat exchanger. It puts it back to the fresh tank or to the waste tank to cool off your heat exchanger. At times, you can get more heat by closing them both like this, and you will achieve more heat. This is where your garden hose hooks up that feeds the water from inside the house, and it comes around here and into the water pump. Then it comes out of the pressure regulator in bypass mode, and we come back to here at the front of the machine, and it comes back in a continuous loop. This eliminates a water box. This is your engine. To change the oil, you undo the little plug here, put a container under here, and you'll catch your engine oil. This is your oil filter. You change your oil filter if you're really busy once a month or every 50 to 60 hours. I prefer that for the first 1 or 2 years you use Kohler filters. That way there's never any problem with warranty issues with Kohler. This is your fuel filter. You should change this at least every 6 months, and you can get one of these at your local automobile supply house. This is your coupler system. Can you see the coupler? The coupler system, in order to change it, you undo a bolt here and a bolt here. You slide the nylon ring back, and then you untwist the green coupler. You put the new green coupler back in place. You slide that back over, and you put your 2 nuts in. And it's always good to use blue Loctite to help hold those nuts in so they don't back out on vibration. This is your blower. You should change the oil on the blower once a year. And to change it, you have right here, a dump where you open up and you can dump your oil into it, capture it. Then you close it and you open this up. Then you take this one off over here and you fill the oil up until the oil starts to come out here. You then close this and add 1 ounce of fluid to it after that. This is where your thermostat switch goes to. This is what triggers your DEMA solenoid. This hose hooks to the DEMA solenoid on the waste tank right here. Then this is your water pump. And you change the oil on the water pump once a year, and there's a hose that comes out of it you can change. There's your heat exchanger. We have a nice guard on here for it. This is a thermal bypass, which if it gets too hot in the recirculating loop, it'll open up and dump water to the waste tank to protect the water pump.